Hello, my gorgeous group ones. Welcome to your reading. If you chose option 1 or thumbnail image 1, you are in the right place. And today's reading is going to be about what's the hot gossip on you right now, Spirit's version. Now, I was trying to understand, because it came through exactly like that. I was figuring out what reading I wanted to do, and it was like, what's the hot gossip on you? I've done that before, but they said this time, Spirit's version. And I guess the best way I can explain it is when Taylor Swift redid her whole catalog and did it Taylor's version, I guess to get the revenue or royalties from the songs that she wrote that someone was like trying to monopolize or whatever. So I guess this is Spirit's point of view for what's going on in your life right now. What's the gossip on you, okay? So I thought it was a little interesting spin on the same old topic we've done probably 3 or 4 times on this channel. And let's get into it. How is Spirit viewing you right now? What's the hot gossip on you in the spirit world? What are they thinking, saying, viewing, right? And I was kind of going to take it as like they're seeing things that's going on in your life or happening around you or going to happen for you. And they're just like gossiping about it. Like, I can't wait for her to get this. I can't wait for her to finally see what's coming for her, or him to finally see what's coming for him. He's been working so hard on this. So it's stuff that we don't even know that they're going to be talking about and bringing to my attention in this reading. So I'm very excited for that. Let's get right into it. I don't know what I want to pull from first. I guess we'll start with the regular tarot, the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. I'm pretty sure I just saw a Pentacles. It could have been the Queen of Pentacles, honestly. I just saw a Pentacles card briefly at the corner of my eye. I wasn't really looking when I shuffled the first time. But I heard stability. So you could be coming off as someone who's very stable to Spirit right now, you know? Maybe you're someone who's not... I was going to say not used to being stable or feeling stable, but that's how you're feeling right now, you know? Life is going good, work is good, you know, your emotions are, good. Like, nothing is, too stressful, nothing's, too hurried, nothing's too harried or dramatic in your life. It's just, it's giving stable, you get up, you go to work, you come home, you eat, you watch little TV, you go out and, have fun with friends. If you are going on trips and vacations, it's, the norm now. So it's, it's stable, right? Okay. I'm not going to over-explain that. And if these cards weren't so dusty, I swear I clean off the table every single time. And then the dust particles start flying from the cards. Okay. What is Spirit's point of view on the hot gossip on my group ones, please? Spirit, what is y'all point of view, okay? We have the 3 of Swords, and it wants to come out in reverse. Because I was going to flip it, and I heard, stop! In my head. So 3 of Swords in reverse. So you guys are definitely overcoming a heartbreak or a hard time in your life. Let me stop covering it. Okay, what is the hot gossip on you guys? So see your Spirit team, Spirit. Yeah, we have the 9 of Wands and not giving up. And then we have the 10 of Swords in reverse. What the heck? And then we have the King of Cups, which is emotional stability. So yes, this makes sense. Oh my gosh. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? These cards, but I'm just glad they're coming out in reverse. Then the 9 of Wands coming through after the 3 of Swords in reverse, and then we have the 10 of Swords in reverse, and then we have the King of Cups. They're up there they're rooting for you. I'm hearing what is it called? Tyra Banks. We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. That's the kind of energy coming through. And I feel like maybe you may have done something in recent past, okay, that had them oh my gosh, why would she do that? We were all rooting for her. So you could have been you could have broken up with someone. But the example I'm getting at the forefront of my mind is you settled for somebody or something that wasn't spiritually guided towards you, or something you weren't supposed to get comfortable in or settle in. So for example, we meet people all the time, right? And we think, oh, this could be a romantic match for us. And they're kind of Spirit screaming no. And you're like, I'm good. I'll settle for this person. Like, they're good enough, right, for right now. And they treat me well enough. Like, I'm just, going to be complacent and just, stick with this person. And your spirit team was like screaming at you, like, girl, what are you doing? We were all rooting for you. Like, you were this close to meeting that soulmate that you've been waiting for your whole life for, but you wanted to settle with this person. Now you're going to be stuck with this person, stuck in a cycle with them until you break up with them and move on and have to heal. And you're just slowing down the progress that we had in store for you. Why would you do that? That's the kind of energy coming through a little bit. So I don't know if you were in a connection or you accepted a job for less than you were worth, or I'm hearing something about below your means. So maybe a job gave you an offer and you're like, okay, I'm not going to get another job after this, so I'm just going to jump on it. That's the scarcity mindset. Another offer is not going to come in. This is all that was offered to me. This is all that I have. I'm just going to jump on it and take it, when right around the corner there's an offer that could have been paying you double what you're making now, but you didn't have faith in the, that's the kind of energy coming through for this reading right now. So just bear with me. If that doesn't resonate in any kind of way, then this may not be a reading. Choose another group. I don't know how many I'm doing this time around, but choose another group. Okay, so Three of Swords in reverse. You're finally on the other side of some kind of heartbreak or emotional turmoil. You have the Nine of Wands because you did not give up. Okay, you kept fighting. The Nine of Wands is no matter how hard the tough or no matter how hard the going gets, you keep going. You don't give up. You don't fall down, right? Perseverance, okay? I'm hearing triumph in the face of adversity. So it's something that definitely took you through the ringer, okay? Oh boy, now I'm hearing Not Afraid by Eminem, where he says, I've been through the ringer for taking too little to the middle finger, right? So I don't know what he means by that, honestly, but I can't decipher right now. It's not coming through, and I don't want to spend too much time on that, but I'm hearing Not Afraid. That's the name of the song. You're no longer afraid, right? You're like, if I could overcome this, I can overcome anything, literally. We have a Ten of Swords, so it was a backstab or it was a betrayal from somebody in your life. It could have been a betrayal against yourself because, like I was saying, Spirit is like, you were so close to getting that soulmate, that job, that thing that you've always wanted, but you stopped and settled. Like, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, you see what I'm getting? I'm getting, the scene in the scary movies where the person is like getting out of the car and walking into the haunted house and everyone screaming at the screen like, no, don't go in there. That's kind of how Spirit is like showing me what they were doing for you. Like, no, don't stop here. Keep going. I promise you, right around the river bend. Just around the river bend. Let me stop. I'm done. Just around the river bend. If you would have just kept going for 2 more miles, you would have found that sanctuary you've been looking for. If you would have kept house search, you would have found that perfect house. If you would have kept looking or dating, you would have found that perfect person. If you would have like gave a counter offer and the job would have been like no and turned you down, instead of you saying, oh yeah, jumping at the first offer you got, for a house, for a person, for a job. I'm getting the examples is coming through for all of that. You know what I mean? So you're going house hunting and they're like, okay, we're going to charge $100,000 for this house, right? In what economy? But we're going to go with that example. And you're like, okay, yeah, you jump on it. And then you move into the house and find out the house has all these issues wrong with it. And you literally just got scammed. You got bamboozled, And Spirit is like, if you would have given an offer, a counter offer, they probably would have come down a little bit more. But because you were an eager beaver, and you jumped at the first offer that came your way, the scraps they were giving you, now look at you, We had so much more like in store to give you, but you just settled. And Spirit, one thing about them, they can't force you to do anything. Like, you're living this life and you're making every decision yourself, right? They can, coerce you. They can encourage you. They can like give you signs and synchronicities. But if you're not listening and doing your own thing, then there's nothing they can really do, right? So that's the example coming through. The Ten of Swords is kind of like you betrayed yourself or somebody betrayed you, backstabbed you. Like, you lost trust in someone. And it led to you like having this whole Three of Swords moment, but you're coming out of it now. And that is the Gossip on You Spirit's version. Because then we have the King of Cups, which is what I was hearing in the beginning, stability. Not Ten of Cups, sorry. Maybe you're encroaching upon a Ten of Cups moment in your life soon. To combat this Ten of Swords moment, because if anything can combat a Ten of Swords moment, it would be a Ten of Cups, right? Probably one of the only things that could combat a Ten of Swords moment. But we have this King of Cups coming through right here to say you found some kind of middle ground. You found an island in a raging sea, right? That kind of thing. You found like safe ground or something like that. And now you're finally building upon this emotional stability that you have been kind of cultivating from this heartbreak to, you know, feeling more confident in yourself, feeling more sure, feeling more healed, right? That's a big energy coming through. Heal, feeling more healed. Okay. And there's something about like something being offered to you and you saying no this time around, because hopefully you learned your lesson. I just heard, like I said, spirit can only encourage. They can, you know, they can't force your hand or twist your arm. I was trying to remember what the saying was. They can't force your hand or twist your arm and make you do something, you know, because of free will and all that jazz. So that's what I'm getting for this, you know, first portion of the reading. That's the hot gossip on you right now. You are in your King of Cups era, okay? Where you are comfortable, you are safe, you are happy, and it's kind of like you're a little bit unreachable. Because one thing about the King of Swords, he's an island unto himself. He is literally on his island in the sea, and nobody can get to him. Nobody can get to him. So it's like you finally found that peace is the word that's coming through as well, where nobody can bother you or upset you unless you kind of let them. So there could be something here about boundaries. But at the bottom of the deck, we have, not even the bottom of the deck, that's a lie. What's about the bottom of the deck for real? We have the Eight of Cups universe. Yeah, you finally moved on. You finally stopped settling for less. You know, the Eight of Cups is that kind of energy where, like I was mentioning, oh, this person's good enough for now. Like, I could just stop here and rest and take a little breather and stop fighting for my life in this dating scene, fighting for my life in this, you know, house market, fighting for my life, looking for a job. Like, I'm done. I just want to rest. I want to take the first offer on the table. It's fine, whatever. I'll, you know what I mean, settle. Is the kind of energy coming through, and Spirit was like, oh no, they've done it now. And now you're going to be stuck in this cycle for a minute, because once you settle into a relationship with someone, it's hard to break up with them unless you're like a badass. Like, like, okay, I'm done and leaving. But once you get complacent and comfortable, it's hard for you to leave that complacency and comfortability, right? When you're looking for a house, when you already moved into a house, by the time you're ready to move out again, it's going to be years down the line, because nobody wants to do that whole move like after you just did it. You know what I mean? When you get comfortable in the job and you've learned the ropes and you've learned the people and you've gotten to your own little routine, it's going to be really hard for you to jump ship and go to another job right away and have to start all over again. So it's kind of like once you get settled in that energy, it's going to be a minute, you know, months at least, for you to even pick up the courage and the energy to move again, to go dating again. Because all those things are daunting out here, I swear. Once you're in the thick of it, it's kind of easier for you to keep pushing. But to go from being booed up to single is ghetto. Especially when you're going to hop right back into the dating scene. Oh, please. Like I said, to move from one place to another is so much work and energy and time. Who's going to do that again? Nobody. That's the kind of energy coming through. Okay, let me stop over-explaining it. Let me keep going. But you've walked away from something finally, okay? Or you found the other side of the heartbreak or pain. Now it's like a piece, okay? Not this deck. We're not using this. You used it already. We're going to use this next tarot deck here to see what else comes through. What is the hot goss? On you. I just love saying that. The hot goss, period. What is the hot goss on my group ones, please, Spirit? What's the hot goss on them? From your point of view, what's going on with them? How are you viewing them right now? We have the Chariot. I'm not sure if it wants to come out in reverse or upright. We'll put it upright for now. You're making moves. You're moving forward, okay? I'm hearing slow and steady wins the race. You know, steady and forward movement. Onward and upward is what I was trying to get. I'm like, what is that saying? Onward and upward. Whew, so you haven't given up. You're still fighting the good fight. We have the Sun. You're happier now, okay? I think that you'll be happier. I want you to be happier. It's coming through. When the evening, when it happier. I think it's who sings that song? Happier. It's some kind of band with some kind of DJ. And then I'm also hearing I'm Happier by Ed Sheeran. And the lyrics aren't coming through, but I'm seeing the words as opposed to hearing the song. I'm hearing, I want you to be happier. I want you, is it Bastille? Bastille, Bastille, and like one of those DJs like Marshmello or something like that. I don't know. But that song is coming through, but I'm seeing Happier Ed Sheeran in my head, like word form. Yeah, so that's coming through. And then we have the Page of Cups. Look at the little pop-ups in the background. Oh my gosh, look at them. They're so little. Look at pop-up number 1 and pop-up number 2. Oh, they're so cute. This is the first time I'm seeing this card. How adorable. Okay. Page of Cups. And that could be how you are right now. Like, you're so excited. You're full of life. You're giving puppy vibes, you know? Puppies are just so excited to be, like, they were just happy to be here, man. Like, we found a new house. We're just chilling. They're giving us treats to help train us. Like, we're just babies. I'm just a baby. Like, literally, I'm just a baby. Like, that's literally your vibe right now. And Spirit's like, we love to see you back in this energy of, like, anything can happen. I'm, on the road, onward and upward. I'm not letting anything hold me back. And they're just like, we like this person. We like this version of you right now, okay? The sun is definitely giving happy, okay? So maybe you're happier than you've been in a long time. That's what I was getting in the beginning, the stability. You're stable in some kind of way, And that's sweet, and I love that for y'all. That's very sweet, very sweet. But you're giving, like, excited puppy vibes, Maybe some of you are traveling a lot. The chariot can mean travel, but I'm looking at her and she has like what do they call it? A flight attendant uniform on, and they are known for like going all around the world, That could be a job you've been applying for or a job that you have. That could be confirmation for somebody. But I'm trying to remember. There's something when I used to work at my old job before I got this job here. Was it that job? I think it was. One of the ladies who's like one of the supervisors at the job told me that I ever think about like becoming like a flight attendant or something. And I'm like, why? No, I haven't. And she's like, they get to fly like anywhere for free, or they get like they get to have family members on their plan, or one of those things about somebody flying free. Either they fly free wherever they go, or they can get free tickets for family members where their family members don't have to pay. I guess if you work for the airline itself, or if you're like a flight attendant or a pilot or whatever, you know what I mean? That's the kind of energy coming through. Free flights. I'm hearing catching flights, not feelings. So there's something here about like jet setting, traveling the world, and that's something you've always wanted to do. And that can kind of bring out like a very giddy, very childlike feeling. Because if you're going to places you've never been before, you're going to be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed at each location, like, oh my gosh, I've never seen this, I'm so excited, that kind of energy. So you're bringing that energy back into your life if you're not actually physically traveling. Okay, if travel has been something you've been looking for, I'm hearing find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. Spirit wants you to travel somewhere, to some place. If there's like a specific place that keeps coming up for you, then try to book a trip there, right? That kind of thing is coming through. There could be something specific there for you. Maybe that's your forever home. Maybe you're meant to meet someone there. Maybe you're meant to find a job there. The world may never know until you go. I know there's a few places that have been popping up for me like repeatedly, and I'm like, how am I gonna get there? But I'm like, I do want to travel more. So it's like, but there's a will, there's a way. I'll find a way to get there. But that's the kind of energy that I'm getting for you guys. Yeah, the Page of Cups is just definitely like a lover of life, a lover of love. So some of you are getting back out there in the dating scene as well. And Spirit is very excited about that as well, which is really cute because why would you not be, period? The Leo energy of the sun is kind of like you're burning really bright, okay? And it's funny because the song by Mariah the Scientist, Burning Blue, is coming through. And I'm trying to get the words, like which specific part of the song is coming through. I'm all in. Something like that is coming through. As long as you're... Is the computer working today? So the computer is not working. How annoying. But she basically says, I'm all in. I'm falling. I'm all in. So that could be something coming through for you as well. Maybe you're falling for someone, or they're like, you're going to be falling for someone soon. And it's because you finally left that bozo, or you left that job, or you left that situation, whatever. And now you're like, you're going to be all in and falling for somebody, you know? And maybe that involves you traveling somewhere to fall in love with someone. So they're kind of like not predicting your future, but like it's giving me a snapshot of what you may have, you know, coming to you. Okay. A page of cups is like early days. As they love to say in freaking England, like anytime I'm watching a show from over there, like, but it's still early days. It's still early days. Like, shut up. What does that even mean? Like, just say it's still early. Like, why are you gonna say early days? Like, get out. But anyway, yeah, like it's still early days. You're still dating someone, you're still crushing, you're still flirting. Like that's the kind of energy coming through. And they love to see you like shining bright with that energy. But like I was saying, go listen to Burning Blue by Mariah the Scientist. Thank you. That song has some significance for you, okay? But yeah, and then also the sun is like, you know, very bright, warm, magnetizing, that kind of thing. Life is also what I, you know, associate with the sun. So you're definitely very lively, very happy, you know what I mean? Very, you know, maybe giggling a lot, laughing a lot, smiling a lot. You know, your heart is like bursting, is what I'm getting as well. And it's like you're finally living again, essentially. So let's keep going. Can you shut up? What's wrong with you? Everything was banging and making noise. That was my confirmation, I guess. Now let me shuffle these properly. Whoop. What is the gossip? We have fortune. Yeah, and it's funny how I was talking about they're kind of giving me a snapshot into your future. It's like telling your fortune a little bit. They're telling me your fortune through this energy you are in, or they're seeing you through it. This is a very interesting concept, I would say. And we have a surprise. Wow, we have fortune, we have a surprise. Yeah, something is coming your way, and it could be love or like a feeling of newness or adventure or life. A new life could be coming through. And it's something they're like, that's the gossip on you right now up in the spurt. Well, like, I can't wait for her to see this. I can't wait for him to see this. I can't wait for them to experience. I can't wait for them to be alive and happy again, right? They're like telling your fortune a little bit through me, which I love. Appreciate y'all. This is a really cool topic. The more I get into it, like, yeah, period. I appreciate y'all for giving it to me. Okay. I'm not gonna let the card didn't fall out. We have room. See? And immediately I got a flash shot. I think it's a flash shot. So just about keep that door closed, because I swear I'm convinced there's ghosts in the office where I work, because lights be flickering, you be hearing floorboards creaking. I'm pretty sure plenty of times y'all hear me stop during the reading. I'm like, you better stop playing with me, because nobody's here except for me at a certain time. And if I'm hearing stuff, things creaking and acting a fool, I don't like it, okay? But anyway, piss me off. There's a card in the Tea Leaf Oracle that says empty chair, and it says someone new is entering your life. This room and this chair, empty chair coming through here, is kind of giving me that same card. And I get this card not all the time, but pretty often. But in this specific instance, it's giving that card from the Tea Leaf Oracle. Someone new is entering your life with the empty chair, okay? So I love that they gave me that flash. I don't use that deck enough. I have it at home, but I haven't used it much on this channel, if at all. I don't remember if I ever used that deck, but I have it, and I remember I wanted it so bad. Now I just have it at home collecting dust in the drawer. But that's the vibe coming through, a room. So maybe you're going to be entering a new room. Maybe you're going to be getting your own room. Maybe you're buying a house. And you're going to be decorating it room by room, like something like that. A new life can represent a bunch of different stuff. It could represent a relationship, you know, crushing on someone, falling in love, dating, traveling. It could represent, this could also represent like renting rooms around the world. What do they call those things? It could be an Airbnb, but I'm getting like, is it a hostel or something like that? Maybe you get like a little small, dusty, crusty room, but at least you're traveling and you're where they want you to be, because you're going to be in the right moment at the right time, you know? to collect the blessing they're kind of sending your way, if that makes sense. Excuse me. Oh boy. But yeah, some of you could be like, manifesting your own room, manifesting a house, manifesting a person. But my first immediate intuitive hit was the empty chair card in the tea leaf oracle. Someone new is coming into your life. And then we have fortune, we have surprise. So you're not going to be expecting it or seeing it. So don't try to expect it or see it coming. It's supposed to be a surprise, guys. Okay? Thank you. Now I want to get some cards from this deck and from the Supernatural deck. I'm on season 2, about to be on season 3 of Supernatural, and I'm loving it. It's quite annoying, honestly, because shows like that are always going to be annoying, because there's always going to be something happening, someone will disappearing, like ghetto. But I'm liking it, so I'm going to probably, if I have 15 seasons to catch up with too, I gotta, get it together. But I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. So I appreciate, I forget who it was who told me just watch the show. I still be scary and I hate watching at nighttime because I'm convinced something's gonna come over my shoulder and snatch me up. But I'm trying to be a big girl about it because I love the show. The characters, of course. But anywho, I still haven't figured out if I'm a Dean girl or a Sam girl. I love both. So I'm like, choo, let me stop. But for real though, for real. I'm like, I love Sam sometimes. I love Dean all the time. So I'm like, I'm up in the air. But I'm like, you know what? If it came down to it, choo. Let me stop. Okay, I'm done. Anyway, that's enough about me. I don't even know why I just be going on tangents, but it's the deck's fault. I'm using the Supernatural deck to see what else is coming into your life. We have Dean's amulet. Interesting. It's funny how I was talking about him. And then we have Dean's baby. Are you guys getting a Dean in your life? Too many. I'll leave it at that. We have Dean's baby, his car. And then we have his amulet. So you could be, I don't know, a fan of Dean. You could be a Dean girl. But the amulet is used as a protection. It's something he always wears around his neck. And then we have his car. So things that are always on his persons, things that belong to him. So a possession of sorts. Maybe you're getting a new car. Maybe you're getting a new necklace from somebody, right? Let me get the books. I'm still not too well versed. I know they say something about this amulet being taken from him or something, or given to him after he was possessed by something, or this car has been through a lot, but it's still always by his side, his ride or die car. This car has been through a lot. I think in season 1 or the end of season 1, it got totaled. And then a little bit in season 2, he had to fix it up himself. He had to really bring it back from being scrap metal. So that really is his baby. So let's see what else is coming through. And then these objects have messages that come with it. So that will be interesting. We have baby, which is 5. I'm going to read it. Don't mind me. Okay. Given to Dean by his father when he turned 18, baby what happened to baby? Was Dean's most prized possession. With classic rock coming from the speakers and an arsenal of weapons in the trunk, she was more than a car. She was a character in her own right. Every time Sam and Dean prepared to take on the next big bad, baby was their chariot to adventure. Baby is telling you it's go time. See? You've done the work to clarify your dreams, and now it's time to chase them. Full speed ahead. Follow your heart. Make the first move. Apply for that job. You've worked hard to get to this point. Book that trip. Ask that guy out. Say hi to your crush. Right? The book ain't saying that. I'm saying that. But they did say apply for that job, right? You've worked hard to get to this point. There were bumps along the way, but you've made the necessary fixes, changing directions when needed, and the path is clear now. All that's left is for you to jump and drive. Shut up and drive. That song's coming through. And remember, the driver picks the music. So if you want to be getting anywhere in life while listening to your own music, you have to buck up and be the driver of your own car, which is the pilot of your own life. I don't mean to laugh at you, but every time I hear the pilot of your own life, I always think of that one episode of Zack and Cody where the guy is like, pilot your own life. If you can dream it, you can believe it. If you can believe it, you can achieve it, that kind of thing. So anytime I hear that, I just giggle because it's funny. And then we have Dean's amulet. So it's giving protection right away. I mean, obviously, but let's see what the book has to say about it. Okay. Sam originally intended to give the amulet Bobby gave him to his father as a Christmas present. When his dad didn't show, Sam instead gave the amulet to Dean. Dean instantly loved it, and the Samulet became an unofficial symbol of the bond the Winchester brothers share. The gold pendant remained an essential element of his wardrobe until Dean tossed it into a motel trash when it didn't lead them to God. Interesting. Unbeknownst to Dean, Sam retrieved the amulet, carrying it for years until they needed it again. Dean later retook possession of it, though he no longer wore it around his neck. Loss is a part of life, but take comfort in knowing the things and people that matter most are never truly gone. So yeah, you are going through a loss. I feel like with the Three of Swords in reverse, they come back to us, not always in the same way or in the same form you'd expect, but always at the time when you need them most. Exactly, right place, right time. So those are the vibes coming through for you from Spirit. That's the gossip on you right now. You're embarking or entering a phase of your life where you're kind of not getting everything you ever wanted, but you're kind of getting the relationship or the house, or you're starting a new, traveling journey, right? Things like that are coming through, but it takes you having to get up and make the first move. So booking the flight, and it's kind of like jump first and let Spirit catch you. And it's funny because the Fool kept showing up in your cards. Yeah, look at it. It was right here at the I wasn't sure if it was supposed to come out or be upright or in reverse, but we had the Fool and we had the Seven of Cups wanting to come out, but I didn't take them out. But now they're here and it's coming out. It's time for you to do something, take a leap and jump and just trust Spirit, a trust fall, and trust Spirit to catch you. Be impulsive, be bold, Aries energy with the Fool card. Not talking about or thinking or worrying about too much. Worrying too much about the outcome. There you go. Like, come on. And then Seven of Cups is you just picking, closing your eyes, pointing where you want to go and going, because there's so many things you want to do and experience. You have to start somewhere, right? The Seven of Cups can represent indecision. There's so many things you want, but you can't choose. There's so many things you're daydreaming. Daydreaming is also a characteristic, right, of the Seven of Cups, or like wishful thinking kind of thing. You always wish that, wish this. Like, how about you just do? These came out together for a reason, okay? That's what they're saying. You're becoming a doer, not an overthinker, right? And the Ten of Swords can sometimes represent that energy of overthinking. So with that coming out in reverse, the Three of Swords coming out in reverse, right? The King of Cups, meaning you're finally having the, like, how can I describe it? Central nervous system is what I'm hearing, but that's not regulated nervous system. There it is. You finally having the regulated nervous system. You finally come down from the trauma. You finally come down from the thinking too much, from not believing in yourself, from that stuff like that, from things of that nature, right? All those negative emotions and feelings that hold us back, you finally overcome those things, those demons. And now it's time for you to move forward with that regulated nervous system and kind of go after everything you ever wanted, if that makes any kind of sense. You know what I mean? That's the vibe coming through. But I love how Baby came out. Like, go for it, guys. Like, if you want to go on the trip, book the flight and go on the trip. If not, if it was meant to be, because that's like, oh, it might not happen. When you get there, you'll figure things out when you get there, right? Spirit is going to be like, okay, you did the first step, leave the rest to us, right? Just shut up and drive. We'll tell you where to go. That kind of energy. Go to the map, point to one place and just go. Book a flight. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Whew, it's scary, chalks. I'm getting nervous just thinking about it. I'm like, I could never, but sometimes we have to, okay? Like, literally, like, just pick a point on the map, buy a ticket, and go. Nobody's saying go broke, right? But take a chance. Even if it's for one day, go explore for a few hours. Maybe something ends up happening. You get you a free hotel suite, or somebody's like, you want to come stay with me? In the uncreepy, unmurdery person kind of way, unserial killer kind of way, and you end up staying there for like a year or forever, right? You never know what's gonna happen. Life is so short, guys. Like, honestly and truly, life is so short. And I feel like for your group, Spirit is like, you're what's the word I'm looking for? Approaching. Yes, thank you. You're approaching this energy of like just being able to get up, point to somewhere on the map and fly out that day, right? Or if you see somebody you find cute, walk up to them and say hi, right? Or if it's someone you've been crushing on for a long time, you're gonna get the courage to go walk up to them and start a conversation. Nobody's saying ask them out, child, but open the door, right? This person could be shy or scared, or they don't know if you like them. But as long as you open that door, they'll have the energy to do the rest. And if they don't, then move on to the next person. There's so many people you can crush on out there. Like, there's so many fish in the sea kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's so fun, I feel like, to date different people and find different people. It's tiring. It's ghetto, yes. But meeting new people and realizing, what do we have in common? Who are you? What's your life story? That's exciting to me. I like getting to know people, you know? And that's the kind of energy coming to you instead of you thinking, oh, dating is so tiring. You're going to be like, it's so fun. All these new people I'm getting to know. You know what I mean? Out of one of these people, out of 4 of these people, 6 of these people, at least one of them going to be my person. But you got to date, right? You know what I mean? If you're looking for a forever home, you don't know where to go, visit different places. Sooner or later, out of all the places you visit, you're going to find one that feels like home. You know? Same thing with jobs. Like, I feel like where I work, the boss always asking, also, when are you going back to school? I'm like, I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. It's like, I'm 97. I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I'm like, whoa. He's like, yeah, just go back to school. I'm like, oh, I can't do that. Maybe I should. I don't really know, you know? But I'm like, things like that. Just do something instead of sitting there contemplating for the rest of your life. At least before you know, you're going to be at least have a degree in something. And once you have 1 degree, oh, best believe you're going to be trying to go back and get multiple, you know? Because now you know you can do it, essentially. Okay, I'm talking too much. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 2s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose Thumbnail Image 2 or Option 2, however you got here, you're in the right place. Thank you for joining me here today. Today's reading is going to be about what's the hot goss. The hot gossip on you, Spirit's version. So this is not what other people are thinking about you. This is what's going on in your life and how Spirit is viewing you, right? So you know how Taylor Swift wanted to take back the ownership of her own music. So she re-recorded every single song she ever made in her catalog and just named it Taylor's version. That's kind of how this idea came to me through Spirit. I was like, what are we going to do today? And I'm like, okay, an oldie but a goodie. What's the gossip on you right now? But then I heard Spirit's version. So instead of wondering about what these raggedy-daggedy people of the world are thinking about you, we're going to figure out how Spirit is viewing you right now, okay? And like I was saying to group 1, I kind of feel like this is going to be a snapshot of, oh, we're excited for them because da 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 da. You know, like this is happening, that's happening, they're becoming this, they're doing that, that kind of energy. That's what I'm getting instead of like, oh, you know. Anyway, it's gonna be better when you watch it happen, unfold. It came through beautifully for group 1. So let's start with the tarot cards for you. I'm gonna be using 2 decks today because I just, started doing that and it's really fun for me. So we're gonna keep doing it. What is the hot goss on my group 2s right now, Spirit, from your point of view? What is the hot gossip on my group 2s right now? What's happening? What's going on? What can they see? What can't they see? Okay. You have 3 right off the bat. You have the Ace of Wands. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. When I was shuffling your cards before your reading, I got a glimpse of the 4 of Wands and the Lovers, okay? And I heard you're going to be celebrating something. The Lovers, it can mean love, but it mostly means making a life-changing decision. And and it could be like marriage, maybe. Right? Like somebody's asked you to marry them. Or, anyway, there's going to be cause for celebration. Let's not get too much into it before we get the cards out. But that's something I forgot to say. And then we have the Ace of Wands, which is like excitement, a breath of new life or like new fire. You know what I mean? I'm hearing Raging Fire. That's a song. Who sings it? So come on, come on, come on. Won't you turn my soul into a raging fire. Into a raging fire. So come on, come on, come on, won't you turn my soul into a raging fire. Raging Fire by Philip Phillips. That was his only hit song. He used to be a contestant on American Idol when I still watched it in the 2014 era, I feel like. Anyway, Raging Fire, Philip Phillips. But he basically just said, like I said multiple times, turning your soul into a raging fire. So it's like so many things are going to be happening. You know what I mean? Things are going to get really hot and exciting, you know? So this could be some Disney. So I'm so sorry. Oh, boy. Okay, hold on. But Spirit said what they said for real though. What you mean I'm not sorry? Because they really said what they said. It could mean you're gonna be getting some Disney. I don't know. This has been coming through in like specific readings for the past like 2 months. I feel like maybe even longer. And I'm like, have y'all had that experience yet, guys? I'm waiting for somebody to confirm and say, hey, I did get some bomb D, real, or I got some bomb P, whatever you like to, canoodle with in the bedroom, whatever. Okay, whatever you eat, whatever you indulge in, okay? That kind of vibe is coming through. So Spirit's like, ooh, like things are gonna get real spicy in their life and they don't even know it, right? Anywho, let's keep going. We have the Lovers. Oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. So this could be an actual person. You're gonna be getting a lover, right? That's what you call people you have relations with, is it not? A lover. And then we have Death. And this is, hold on, I don't want to give you a too close up view because, YouTube be like, nudity. Like, grow up, YouTube. How about that? But anyway, and then we have Death, and Death is, not even Death is, in French, an orgasm is called a le petit mort, like a little death. So stop it. These 3 cards together, what are you telling me? The 2 people in here is naked, butt naked. Okay, we have this follicular object coming through from the clouds, literally, and then we have Death, le petit mort. Okay, anyway, a transformation is coming your way. Okay, I heard soon come, period. Oh Lord, it's taking me back to freaking, what is it called? Talking West Indian people. Like, I soon come. What do you mean? I'll be there in a minute. Just say that. Like, come on now. Anywho. So it's going to be here soon. Whatever this thing is, whatever this person is, whatever this experience is. I'm acting a flow, I'm sorry. It's going to be coming soon, right? So it's something to be excited about. Like, it's like shivering. Like, like when, like, yeah, what is it called? Like when you're like bouncing your knee, or like, not anxiety though. It's just like you feel the energy building. The energy is gaining momentum. That one card from the Moonology deck, the energy is gaining momentum. I forget which moon phase it's in, but it don't really matter. That's what's coming through right now, right? Things are getting exciting. Things are like going to be coming in hot. Okay. This is sexy stuff. But it's going to be a new beginning in your life because we have the Death card coming, and then it's like, or this could be, oh my gosh, I'm hearing, this is the end. Close your eyes and count to 10. What song is that? Let the sky fall, let the sky fall, let it crumble. Let it crumble, we will stand tall. I'll face it all together when the sky falls, when the sky falls. Let me stop. Skyfall by Adele's coming through. And I always remember that song's from the James Bond album with Daniel Craig. I don't know if it was the first or second movie, but I know that song came out. I was like, okay, now you better come through. One thing about her, she don't have a quiet in the background, period. But yeah, that's coming through right, like, and it's like exactly a choir in the background. It's like when this thing finally comes in, and when you finally experience this one thing, you're gonna hear choir singing, bells ringing, bells will be ringing. You're getting a lot of songs, okay? This could be coming in around Christmas. That's a Christmas song, right? Sad, sad, Oh, what a Christmas to have the blues. Yeah, my baby's gone and I have no friends. But anyway, it's a Christmas song, so this could be coming around Christmas time. And they're kind of like, bells will be ringing, angels will be singing. This is a union, literally the lovers, a union that has been spiritually guided, that is finally coming into union. This is funny. Like, I wasn't expecting this, but here we are. Like, that's wild to me. I'm like, okay, we have Ace of Wands, a new passionate spark, a new beginning, like a whirlwind, if you will, because the Wands would be a whirlwind more than any other suit when it comes to like this kind of situation. Like, things come in really quickly, hot and heavy, and then it's like, you're just carried away, or things get carried away, period. Then we have the Lovers card, which is two people coming together in union under spirit. Like, they were guided together to be together, but then it also represents making a big choice, a big decision. Okay, so maybe a big decision you make around Christmas, or maybe being with this person is a big decision, but a big decision is coming your way, life-changing, okay? Because that's what lovers means, a life-changing choice, right? If it were like a regular raggedy choice, we would have got Two of Swords, That's a random everyday choice. What road to go, what food you want to eat, pizza, burgers. This ain't that kind of decision. This ain't that kind of choice. It's a big, huge, life-changing decision, okay? Especially matched with death. It's going to be the end of a cycle, the end of something for you, okay? This is the end. And it may feel like the sky is falling. This is like giving me in the throes of passion, literally. Like, choirs are singing, you're gonna feel like you're hearing, bells ringing, angels singing, a choir in the background, everything's like crashing and falling around you. You know what this is giving me? Oh my gosh. I hate bringing in Twilight into it, but it's giving the scene in Breaking Dawn Part 1 where Edward breaks that bed, child. He is breaking the bed and he is doing all kinds of stuff, rocking Bella's world. And then the next day he's like, oh my gosh. At every little bruise he finds on her, like, bruise is going to be left behind. There's going to be gnashing and teeth gnashing and biting and scratching. And there's like a song that I was listening to this morning or last night. One of them, but it's Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller, and like it was last night. I was on the train. It's coming back to me now. Yeah, see, like it's gonna take a minute for you to like have flashbacks. Like, oh yeah, I know exactly where I was when that happened. I know exactly how it felt to be in the moment with that person. But anyway, something about like your scratches creating welts on my back. I can't remember the name of the song, but it's Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller, and I think it's fairly new. If it's not, then I don't know the name of it. But if someone were to ask me, say I'm from Group 2, what's the song with Chris Brown and Bryson Tiller, I will look it up for you, and I will just reply to your comment, because it's a really sexy song. I mean, any song with Chris Breezy and then Bryson Tiller. What do you mean? That is a formula for sexy success. But anyway, yeah, he was talking about her scratching her back, or her scratching his back and leaving welts behind. And I'm like, oh, interesting. But that's coming through. But I don't know what, yes, the scene in Breaking Dawn Part 1, yes. Their honeymoon. So maybe some people are getting married, right? This could be like a whirlwind romance. You meet someone and get married within a few months, and then because you want to wait for marriage or something like that. And then when you go on your honeymoon, you have like that, room shaking, bed breaking kind of connection. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm getting. Like, things are falling, beds are breaking, there's freaking unravel, and there's like debris all over the place. And they wake up the next day and Bella's in a bed that's broke up. Like, excuse me. And why am I hearing that song? Break off your back. Break off your back. Break off your back. Like, stop. This reading is really, excuse me, relax. Thank you. But I'm definitely in that scene where just he once he held on to that bed frame, child, it was over for her. Like, Bella was getting them strokes, child. She was getting beat down, and I swear, like, and she was enjoying every moment of it. And Edward was like, oh no. And Bella was like, okay, make him do it again. Like, stop playing on my face. Like, you think you hurt me? You didn't. I had a good time. Okay. So that's just coming through for you guys. I don't know where that came from, Spirit. What's going on here? Y'all need to stop with all the naughty. But this is like a snapshot of what their point of view for you is. Like, I can't wait until this person gets that. Oh my gosh. Okay. One more card from this deck before we move on to the next deck. Can I get another card, please, for my group? Choose. What's the hot goss on them? Or maybe some of you are already in this connection and they're just like, oh yeah, this person getting their back broke up every night. Okay? And they're like, okay, look at you. Now look at you. What is this? We have the moon. Yeah, the things that happen at nighttime, child. And then we have 3 major arcana back to back. So this is like major events in your life that's going on right now. Whether they are, I mean, I am getting a big, like I said, sexual vibe to this fight, but it could not be. I don't know. 13 minutes, I think it is, okay? We're 13 minutes in already, right? So Ace of Wands is a hand wrapped around an object that looks awfully phallus-like, okay? And when the Ace of Wands comes out in an adult reading, that I'm getting the adult vibe from this, is they have a BDE. They have energy, but the equipment to back it up, right? So you won't be disappointed. So this person, this lover that's coming in, that's divinely guided, that was sent your way, that spurs like, oh yes, fingers together, like I can't wait for him to meet this person, yes. It's like, yeah, they packing some heat, child. But then we have the moon, and it's saying you don't see it coming, right? Or it... I just heard dead of night, so I don't know if this... Of course, that's when most things happen, at nighttime. But I'm trying to figure out what they mean by it. Does it mean it's supposed to be hidden from you? Or does it mean this is signifying nighttime? Because the moon represents secrets, also represents dreams. So it could be a dream come true. It could be something that's being kept hidden from you for right now. Or something that has been kept hidden from you up to this point. You know? A bunch of different things could be coming through for this. But the moon is definitely like, you know, it could also mean like watery vibes. The moon in the tarot deck is Pisces, and Pisces is 12th house stuff. So it's like the psyche. It's like things like that, like secrets, you know what I mean? Spirituality, stuff like that. So that's coming through heavily as well. So it's definitely giving, maybe you guys are already connected in the 5D, and maybe you guys are having these interactions in the 5D. Oh, see, now I don't want to be, I can't be on here saying too much. It's just YouTube. Okay. As a woman, I've heard, oh Lord. See, I don't want anybody, oh, okay, whatever. We're going to be grown up about this, okay? Sometimes as a woman, you could be having a dream and you wake up and there's like, we call them fanny flutters going on. And you don't know what happened. You don't know what the dream was going on, what the heck was going on in the dream. You don't remember the dream. You could remember the dream, but you wake up and it's like things were going on in your dream. You're just like, what the hell? And what? Like, and you wake up lonely or alone. It's just like, what the heck? And you could have been having a whole wham bam thank you ma'am session in your dream with this person. And you woke up and your fanny flutters, the ghost fanny flutters was like, oh yeah, we was getting it in. And you're like, what do you mean? No, you weren't. I don't remember having a dream, but you was having a dream, right? So it's kind of like, but you don't remember exactly. This is weird. See, like I said, TMI. But sometimes women, for those who don't know, okay, I know it's not just me. Don't do that. Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot, which is funny, but it does happen. You wake up and you don't remember having a dream, or you woke up from a good dream, child, okay? And it's like you have the phantom pains, or not in this case, right? You have the phantom pleasure vibrations. Child, I swear, I can't. From what may or may not have happened in your dream, okay? It could just be your body ovulating, child, because as women, you know what happens when you're ovulating, right? That's the kind of energy coming through here. And I don't want to sound crazy, but if you chose this group, you get me. Like, you have to. Like, stop. I'm not crazy, I promise. But that's the vibe that's coming through here. It's like ghosts and phantom pains. Like, you wake up yearning for something you don't remember having. And it's like your body remembers, right? Your body has like those, what is it called? How in Frozen 2, they try to tell us water has memories. Your body definitely has memories. So when it wakes up aching in some kind of way, child, it's because it remembers having something done to it. Okay? Anywho, we're going to digress. So we're going to move on. Okay? Let's go to the next deck here. But it's definitely like they're laughing like, he, she doesn't see this coming, or he doesn't see this coming. Right? You're going to be meeting with this lover person, or meeting them getting with them. And it's gonna like a bunch of events are gonna unfold in your life. Now, and I'm hearing the song, I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. I feel it coming. I feel it coming by the weekend. So something's coming, child. Maybe you. Yo, this reading is getting out of control. I don't like that. We have what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 4, 9. We have the 9 of Swords. And tell me this is not giving dreamscape. Okay, what's the hot gossip on my group 2s right now? Spirit's version, Spirit's point of view. Please, Spirit. Maybe there's something here about them watching your dreams and you just having very crazy, raunchy dreams lately. That could be the topic of the whole reading. Like, Spirit's like, oh, yeah, we see you. Here we have the King of Swords. Interesting. I've never gotten this one. This is a cute card. And one more card, please, Spirit. What's the hot goss on my group 3s right now? I'm hearing keeping your boundaries firm. Here, and we have Queen of Swords. They said you get 2 cards, you don't like it. We have Queen of Swords. And look at it. Divine counterparts coming through. Period. Right by the Lovers. Why they have the Queen of Swords looking like that, though? They rude. That's a violation to the highest order. To the nth degree. Why she looking homeless like that? But it is even body at least, okay? And then we have the 5 of Pentacles, which is kind of like giving like a date, is it not? They're going bowling and they're dating. I'm trying to figure out what meaning of the 5 of Pentacles has to do with this card here. The 5 of Pentacles is meaning left out in the dark, left out in the cold. They're cuddling up to each other on a date. Like, it's not making no kind of sense. But anyway, this can move over. Maybe there's something here about you being anxiety-ridden, not knowing that you're going to be coming into union with your person soon. Like, you're, like, worried about it. You're, like, checking up on readings about it. Like, you're like, oh, my gosh, where's my person? They keep saying he's coming, and they keep saying she's coming. Where are they? I don't see them. And they're, like, giggling like not little do they know, you know? It's a song coming through. Little did I know. I thought love was Shakespearean. The summer before you, there it is. I thought love was Shakespearean. Hold on, how does the song go? I had very little options. No. Little Did I Know by Julia Michaels is coming through. So we'll look up the song. But she's like, the summer before you, basically, she's like, little did I know that the summer that you would be coming into my life soon. The summer before you, I thought love was Shakespearean. More like a little delirious. Only ever happened if you're delirious. That's what she says. The summer before you, something, very little oxygen. Nowhere to rest my head, more like an ottoman. I never thought you'd be the one to treat me like Solomon, something like that. But little did I know that you'd be the one I rely on, something like that. It's a really cute song, honestly. But basically, she's saying that the summer before meeting this person, she thought that love was Shakespearean, which means it was supposed to hurt and be tragic, and that she was gonna be, sad and lonely her whole life, and then the next summer she meets the love of her life. So it's like, little did you know, right? But that's the energy coming through here, because we have this 9 of Swords, which is, anxiety, always in your head, sleepless nights. Look at that, sleepless nights, or sleeping but still waking up tired because you were having like a restless sleep, things like that. So Spirit could be just talking about you've been having restless sleep recently. You've been struggling to make a specific decision, maybe when it comes to a specific lover in your life. You know what I mean? Death is like an intense transformation. So you've been going through an intense transformation and your body's been feeling it. And the moon is kind of like you don't know what's wrong, right? And it could be you're like not internalizing, but you're experiencing all this stress and worry through your body, and they said there's no reason to worry because little do you know that this person could be coming through, that kind of energy. Like, I'm trying to find a way to like twist the reading and see if it could like be saying something else, but I don't think it is, but we'll see. The King of Swords with the Queen of Swords is giving divine counterparts. They're the, you know, the peanut butter to your jelly. Okay, that kind of energy. You guys are both like very inquisitive, both very talkative. Like, maybe you've been asked a lot of questions. Maybe you've been dating a specific person. This could be like an air sign, sorry. You could be an earth sign or air sign, because I wanted to come through. But we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini vibes coming through, sun, moon, rising, okay? And that's something that is also that they're watching. That's the gossip on you. Spirit is like, oh yeah, look at them. Or that they're getting closer and closer to each other. I love how we have this person looking quite nerdy and studious, and you're just looking crazy, child. And I'm saying you, I'm assuming that you're the Queen of Swords, since most women watch my channel. And this is like a man here. This is like gonna be Dustin from Stranger Things. That's what this person reminds me of. If you've watched Stranger Things, you can see the resemblance. The hair's not as curly, but it's definitely giving the glasses, the nerdy. Does Dustin wear glasses in the show? I don't think so. But he's giving me Dustin's character, Dusty Buns. That's the kind of energy coming through for this person here. So they're very intellectual, very intelligent, very funny, very witty, very punny. Okay? And then we have you. It's a little crazy. A little off their rocker, but I feel like if anybody can handle that kind of person, it would be the King of Swords, because obviously you're the Queen of Swords and you guys are very well suited, right? So they could probably handle your crazy little bit, that kind of thing. You're also coming through with someone who's more discerning, so maybe you're cutting people down, right? And some people would say you're crazy, but other people are like, your boundaries are very firm and you know what you want, you know what you deserve, which is why the King of Pentacles can kind of relate to you, because they're the same way. People think they're cold, they're standoffish, they're a cold fish, they're not sexy, there's no hot, sexy, you know, wandsy bones in their body. Like, they're just cold and standoffish, but you guys kind of get each other in that way. You fit the puzzle pieces that the other person may be lacking or they want, right? And you're just out here chopping down guys. They're chopping down girls. And eventually you guys are going to be chopping down. Like, I'm getting the visual of people, like, chopping down, like, stalks or trees or long grass. Because you can't see with the grass in your way. But the more you chop down, the closer you're going to be able to see around you and realize your person is like there or close, you know? Interesting. There could be like a meet cute involved in this connection. Like, this is not what I was expecting from this topic, but I'm like not mad at it, honestly. And then we have the Five of Pentacles, which means spirit can tell you're lonely, right? The Five of Pentacles is like an energy of being left out in the dust, left out in the cold, abandoned, on your own, no one to turn to, like poor unfortunate soul kind of vibes. And spirit is like, we see you, we understand your pain, you're waking up lonely, you're having those phantom vanity flutters, waiting for your person to come in, you wake up, you're sad and alone, they're not there. But just keep going. They're right there, right? These feelings you're feeling are only there because you know the person's right there. You know what I mean? It's also giving me that saying where it's like the only reason you crave certain things in your present is because you know, or your body, your soul knows you have it in the future. So if you're craving this sexy, spicy connection with this, you know, very competent King of Swords here, it's because you know you have that in the future already. And it's kind of like, can I have it now? Maybe you're like timeline jumping in some kind of way as well, where you're going to the future and realizing you're there. Or like I said, your souls are so connected that in your dreams, you're connecting with this person and then you wake up, they're not there. And it's like, oh, here we go again. Like, come on. Like, have you guys seen that? Is it a GIF? There's like a little black boy and he's like so chunky. And he's sitting at like a cubicle or a table and like stomping and like just upset and like pushing his body around because I guess he's not getting his way. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. You wake up frustrated because like, oh my gosh, here we go again, another dream. And I'm waking up alone in this bed with no person there. They're empty beside me. So you're feeling lonely. Five of Pentacles is that kind of energy, okay? Anything else? Let me get some cards from this deck and see what comes through. So you're letting your anger get, not the anger, maybe prison. That is what I was going to say. You're letting your thoughts get the best of you. with this Nine of Swords coming through. Then we have prison. You're stuck in a prison. You feel like maybe all hope is lost. Interesting. And look, we have melancholy. Yes, you're sad. But look at the cards that came out up there. There's no reason to be. Maybe you are a little deranged. Like the Queen of Swords is looking in this card. She's like, the hair cut up all bad. Like, body still snatching tea though, right? Body still tea, right? But the rest of her is looking a little worse for wear. You've been fighting for your life, child. This is crazy. Spirit say you've been fighting for your life, child. We have melancholy, we have prison, and you're stuck. I'm hearing Mind is a Prison by Alec Benjamin. I'm like, what's that man's name? Here we have Old Woman. I don't know what she has to do with anything, but maybe you're like, I don't know, maybe you looking a little worse for wear. You're looking a little ragged lately. I don't know. Not that just because you're older means you're looking raggedy, but, or worn ragged. But if you're not getting much sleep, you're waking up feeling like you haven't got any rest, restful sleep. I can understand you can look a little haggard, you know what I mean? Okay. What is the hot gossip on, or maybe you're not getting enough sleep because you're getting the D every night or the P. See, that makes a lot of sense as well. See, just take whatever resonates. I'm like, wait. What is going on in this reading right now? Jesus. What is this card? We have death coming through again. That's crazy. Le petit amour. I'm telling y'all. And at the bottom, we have a scholar, which is the freaking King of Swords. Maybe you guys are studying a lot. You're learning a lot. You're spending time in the library, hitting the books, that kind of thing. Like I said, please take what resonates for you. This reading started off very spicy. Sorry, it's still giving spicy. But see, look, I'm yawning because I'm tired. You guys aren't getting enough sleep. That's like a side message coming through here because, excuse me, you guys aren't getting enough sleep, okay? You're running yourself ragged maybe, But we have this old woman here. I don't know why. Maybe there's an ancestor coming through that wants to talk to you. Or you're seeing this person in a dream or maybe something like that. And it's funny because I thought when this card came out, it was like a devil card. Because now I'm hearing like part of the song. No. Well, I shook hands with the devil down on the West Coast. Or did you say East Coast? Is that Mind is a Prison still? Is that the same song? I shook hands with the devil down on the West Coast. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's Jesus in LA. Here's another song, Alec Benjamin. You can't find Jesus in LA. Or there's no Jesus in LA. Something like that. That song can be of self-significance. Okay? But that's the vibe that's coming through for you guys. It's definitely giving someone who's going through an intense transformation, who's going through a death, and you don't realize why you're feeling these things, why you're going through these things. It's because something's coming, right? Something's coming, eh? Okay. Anywho. But then, yeah, we have the old woman here. Maybe some of you are like, you've learned a lot. And you're like, maybe some of you are older. I'm hearing biological clock. That's what I first thought when this card came up. I don't want to make it too much about that, But it could be getting you guys are getting older. And you think your biological clock is ticking. And you want kids. And you want this. And you want that. Da, 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 blah, blah, blah. And Spirit's like, we understand, it's coming. It's taking its time kind of energy. But I don't know, child. I'm trying to get back on track here. Give me a second. Yeah, you're sad. Prison, you're by yourself, locked up, lonely, chained. There's nowhere for you to go. You can't escape. Yeah, maybe you're like a prisoner in your own mind, which is why Mind in a Prison is coming out, the song. Then we have Old Woman. There's something here about you being very mature, very grown, but this also kind of giving me ancestor vibes. So there could be one that wants to talk to you or speak to you. When I saw that, I was watching an episode of Supernatural last night, and there was a specific episode where there was this haunted bed and breakfast energy, and there was like when they first came to the house, they saw signs of hoodoo on specific like vases and plants coming into the house, but the people who lived there were white. And as many people know, hoodoo is a closed practice, right? So when they got in the house and people just kept dying out of nowhere, they're like, I wonder what's going on. Like, what's the problem here? And they're like, they eventually found out that the lady who lived there, the old lady, the grandmother, had a stroke like a month before. And she was like doing voodoo to like protect the house. Did I say voodoo? Hoodoo, whatever. She was doing hoodoo to protect the house. And she had learned from her Black Creole nanny. That whole episode just turned me the wrong way. I'm like, excuse me, it's supposed to be a closed practice. Some white lady cannot be doing that, but okay. If this is the message you're pushing, supernatural. But anyway, she was doing it, but she was doing it to upkeep the protection of the house. When she stopped, the ghost of her dead sister was able to, like, you know, start doing some creepy stuff, right? Because they were trying to sell the place, and the little girl that died there years ago, they didn't want it to be sold, and I was kind of ghetto-y, but that's kind of what I was getting from old women. So maybe some of you have like hoodoo background or hoodoo grandmother coming through to come and clarify things for you and show that this is your reading or something like that. Or maybe some of y'all are really cooking up a husband, you know? But then, yeah, we have death, a new beginning. Let me get some cards from this, supernatural deck. Funny, yeah, that I was talking about the episode that was coming through, but that's what I was kind of getting, a grandmother who did hoodoo. She could have taught you as well. Oh, excuse me. Or someone's telling you to get into hoodoo to protect yourself. There could be some negative vibes hanging around you with the Nine of Swords, which is why you can't sleep. And we have death coming through twice. Interesting. We have the ghost facers. Yeah, face your ghost. Maybe that's what you're doing. And then we have the cult. And it's funny because I got this deck before I started watching the show, but I love when the episode finally came through with the cult. I'm like, wait, I know what that is. I was so excited. I was hyped. And then I've seen an episode with these fools in it too. I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so let's see what comes. I'm gonna read from the book for you guys to see what other messages Spirit may have for you. But I do get a big vibe that you guys have been alone and single and sad for a long time. And the Spirit is like, something's coming in. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be heavy, right? It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be passionate, and this loneliness is gonna be over. It's gonna be the start of something new with death coming through twice here, and the moon is, you're not gonna see it coming, but it's definitely coming. Okay, or somebody will be, child. Yo, if they don't leave me alone, I can never read in peace, child. Spirit, I'm like, y'all supposed to be, come on now, stop it. Anywho, we have ghost facers coming through. I won't read the cult first. Let's go in alphabetical order. How about that? We have 19. You know nothing about that. Okay, created by Samuel Colt in 1835, the Colt was a game-changing weapon in the hands of the Winchesters. According to legend, it could kill anything, with 5 exceptions, Lucifer being one of them. With the Colt in your possession, it'd be hard not to feel invincible, but this card warns against that. A sense of independence is great, but be wary of its potential to morph into overconfidence. The phrase, I will fear no evil, is inscribed in Latin on the barrel of the Colt. Take a moment to evaluate the impact fear has on your decisions. Has someone broken your trust in the past? Are you using pride as a shield to prevent it from happening again? Acknowledging your limitations is not a weakness, it's an opportunity for self-development and to reflect on how to best approach your challenges in a way that will play to your strengths. Okay, that's the Colt. But basically the Colt is capable of killing any supernatural creature besides the devil, supposedly. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll shake hands with the devil down in the West Coast. Okay, let's keep going. Maybe some of y'all are hunters your damn selves, because we're getting a lot of that energy coming through. Y'all supernatural fans? Ghost facers. Where are they? 45. What do they have to say? Maybe it'll help bring the reading together to a beautiful close. I forgot what, it's a 45, right? Oh my God, I forget what page they said, y'all. Yes, 45. Led by Harry Spangler and Ed Zedmore, the Ghost Facers were geeky paranormal investigators with handheld cameras and conventional reality TV filming, or TV style filming. As their theme song said, they faced the ghost when the others would not and stayed in the kitchen when the kitchen got hot. That gets me every time. Oh my goodness, please. Sam and Dean weren't their biggest fans, having to save them more than once, and the ghost facers weren't exactly thrilled about them either. In a comedic twist, when Sam and Dean's memories were temporarily erased by the angel Zachariah, they used the ghost facers website to learn to hunt a ghost. Although their native naivety put them in unnecessary danger, let's not even talk about poor Corbett. The ghost facers chased their dreams, even when their dreams chased them back. Not everyone is going to understand you and your passions. See passions coming through. But forget those facer haters. The greatest achievements come from those who are afraid to stand out. Interesting. So maybe you've been trying to blend in for too long and now it's time for you to stand out. Yeah, Spirit wants you to get out of your shell. Definitely. With this anxiety card coming through the Nine of Swords, and we have death coming through twice. It's time for you to step into a new reality. Going after what you want, even if it chases you back or scares you. You're going to be having dreams about people or things chasing you. But yeah, forget the haters and keep moving on. I'm trying to figure out anything else that's coming through here. Maybe you're attracting like a protector or something. Someone to protect you. Not that you can't protect yourself, but someone to protect you, you know? Yeah, because even once again, we have the lovers with two people coming through, and then we have the ghost faces, and they made a really great team. So maybe we're going to be attracting like a team, or one person on your team, or there's like a brother or a friend. I'm getting partner vibes more, sure. I mean, more than anything, but yeah. That's all that I have for you guys. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you can always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. Even if you just want to inquire, ask, or just say hi, definitely please email me. I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose thumbnail image 3 or you just found your way to group 3, welcome. Thank you for joining me here today. Today's reading is going to be about what's the hot gossip on you right now, Spirit's version. So we're going to try to get into the energy of Spirit and see what they're feeling about you, what could be coming your way, how they're viewing your life and the circumstances surrounding your future, your present, your past, whatever you want, whatever they want it to be about, honestly. Okay, this reading was definitely like inspired by that in some kind of way, because I was trying to figure out what reading to do, and I'm like, I haven't done a what's the gossip on you in a minute. Now that sounds like fun. It's always fun for me. I love getting into people's business, you know? But then I heard Spirit's version immediately after. So not the same version you've always been doing. No, Spirit's version. What's their point of view on the gossip on you, okay? Or what are they saying about you and doing about you and, you know, experiencing about you up there where they are. So, or down there or to the side of us, who knows, okay? So let's see, what's the hot gossip on my group 3s right now? Jeez Louise. We have Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady wins the race. We have Strength, we have the Lovers, and we have Nine of Swords. Okay, so some of you could have felt called to group 2. These two cards definitely came through in group 2. So I'm trying to figure out if I want to put them back and keep shuffling for more or no. Might just do that. If they come back out, I'll take them. My group 3s, please. What is the hot gossip on them right now? From your point of view. We have 5 of Pentacles. This came through group. Come on now, stop playing. Maybe some of you are feeling lonely. This also came through in group 2. We're not doing this. Page of Wands and 4 of Pentacles. There could be a few different people in your life right now. We have the Knight of Pentacles coming through as the Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Strength card coming out as Leo. And then we have the Page of Wands coming out as Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So maybe you could be dealing with a lot of different people in your life right now, or there's a lot of people in your energy, which is why you're trying to conserve your energy. Because the Four of Pentacles means like having things but keeping them to yourself, right? Holding on tightly to something and not wanting to release it or let it go, okay? So there can be something here about you holding on to too many connections in your life, or using all of your strength to hold on to things or people that are not good for you. You guys are throwing me for a bit of a ringer. Okay, I can't lie. Let me get this next deck and see if anything comes through from here. Bruh, why would you do that? How rude. This is so funny. The card that fell is the Page of Wands coming through again. I think we got you the first time. I don't need you again. It's a cute visual, though. I'm not gonna lie. She cute, but we already have one Page of Wands. I'm hearing something here about you following your bliss. Maybe you're taking on many characters these days. Maybe you're taking on the energy of someone who's like being patient. You're taking on the energy of someone who's being passionate. So we have patient, we have passionate, someone who's biding their time with the Four of Pentacles, someone who's being very selective about who they allow in their energy, who they allow in their space, who they allow to know what they have going on. So there could be a lot of things you're planning right now in your life. And it's like you're putting in the proper time and effort. You're not rushing through it. You're not, half-assing it at all in any kind of way. And that takes a lot of strength, or is taking a lot of strength in your life. The first card that wants to come out from this deck that I placed back in the card or deck was the Six of Wands. So there's something here about success. I'm hearing a claim to fame. So there could be something specific you're doing that requires you putting in a lot of mental capacity, a lot of physical capacity, and definitely a lot of like time and patience. Okay, it's not something that will happen overnight, but I think you're on the proper, succession towards that. Group 3, please, Spirit, what is the hot gossip on them right now? According to Spirit, what's the gossip on them? We have the Four of Pentacles again. Why are the cards acting like this? We have the Four of Pentacles, and this girl is just relaxing with her big shades on the beach. She's not worried about anything. Wow. Not the Four of Pentacles again. That's still crazy to me. This always gives me like 4th of July, holiday weekend. Halloween can be important to you guys. I don't want the same cards though. Group 3. Here we have the Nine of Cups. So wish come true, wish fulfillment. We have the Fool, starting over, starting something new. And wow, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So lots of success is coming your way. Okay. I do feel like the Page of Wands is kind of like a Fool energy. It's walking a new path, doing something you've never done before, and continuing to do that. You guys could be starting a new passion project. You're being called to start a new passion project, okay? I hope all these are straight. And she is cheesing in this card. So we have Nine of Cups, which is a wish come true. We have the Fool card, which is a wish come true that allows you to explore things and do things you've always wanted to do. So maybe money you've, just recently come into, things like that. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles, which is the same thing about you just coming into money and like just having all this money put, maybe brought to your doorstep. I just saw a visual of someone like knocking on someone's door. And like when they come and answer, they just drop the money on the floor and walk away. And she just has like a lot of coins in front of her in this deck right here, or this picture. Anything else? Getting some weird visuals from your group. Maybe you could be like fantasizing a lot. That's something that that's the hot gossip on you right now. Maybe you have a lot of things you want to manifest that it takes, and one of the ways you want to manifest is like visualization, okay? And the thing about visualization is to visualize how it would look, but to also emphasize how it would make you feel. That's the best way to. I was watching an episode of Supernatural last night, and in one of the episodes that I watched, there's like a shapeshifter who kept changing forms. They were like locked up in a bank, and they're being held hostage by this guy who was so adamant that the guy who had robbed the bank was like framed because it was his friend, and he was right. But the person that was framing the guy's friend was a shapeshifter. And Dean and Sam told the guy to, you're wrong, forget about it, don't go chasing after anything. But he went chasing after them anyway. He locked everybody in a vault in the bank, and the shapeshifter was let loose. And no one really knew who it was until they kept seeing him change into the body and face of someone else, and they killed that person and realized too late that it was the wrong person and things like that, you know. So they all banded together to help find the shapeshifter and then kill it. And they kind of got in like a bunch of trouble and whatever. But that could be something that's coming through. Your ship shifting or shape shifting into a bunch of different things. 1 minute you're the Knight of Pentacles, the next minute you're Strength, the next minute you're the Page of Wands, that kind of thing. Anything else? Where are the cards? Take these cards. I'm hearing everything revolves around you with the Fool card coming through here. How in the background we have these circles that she's almost entering through a portal. Maybe some of you are astral traveling. Let's see what else comes through in these cards. Here we have a friend. Interesting. Maybe there's a friend in your life that is playing some significant part in your life. Maybe you want a new friend, or you just want a friend in general. We have foe. Don't do that. The cards are talkative today. Here we have Doctor, and then we have Conversation. It's kind of like giving me seminar vibes, a friendship vibe as well. Maybe a work trip. You could be being a really good friend recently to the people around you, because we have friend coming through. But patient, kind, steadfast, stubborn, okay? Determined, strength card, strong, overcoming demons. 4 of Pentacles, holding really firm to what you believe in, your beliefs, your values, okay? Your worldviews. Then we have 9 of Cups. Right now, you're in the process of manifesting a wish come true, okay? Then the Fool, we have you embarking on a new journey with maybe this skill set. Maybe you're starting something new with these specific skills. Conversations with you are very enjoyable. People like hearing what you have to say, for sure. Maybe you're being very quiet as well. Like, I don't really have much to say, honestly. Maybe you're keeping to yourself a little bit more. But then we have conversation coming through, which is, I mean, I feel like when you're more quiet and have less to say, people are like waiting for what you have to say next. So that could be something you're doing as well. Nine of Pentacles is looking good, feeling good. Not really much coming through for you guys, funnily enough. Pretty straightforward. For my group threes, please spirit my group threes. What is the gossip on my group three? So maybe you're minding your business. I just heard drink water and mind my business. So maybe you're just drinking water, minding your business, and therefore you're not really in any trouble. You're just, you know, baking up your money, working hard, trying to make your dreams a reality, you know? Going to the doctor, hanging out with friends, having conversations, talking to people. It's kind of giving me someone who knows a lot about a lot of different things. So you're like going around and having like seminars, right? Or meetups or something like that. Oh, we have the empty. Maybe you're feeling a little empty inside. Oh my. What's the gossip on you, Spirits version or Spirit edition? Nope, only in two. Definitely want the book here. Maybe you're prioritizing your health lately as well, too. We have the empty. The eternal resting place for angels and demons. I love how we have the eternal resting place and we have the demon or the angel coming through here. I mean, I see wings, but they're black. So I'm like, are they good wings or bad wings? Anyway, the eternal resting place for angels and demons. Empty wasn't as endless as black. Hold on. The empty was an endless black void. Okay. I can't talk today. Existing even before God and Mara resided over our friendly neighborhood, a cosmic entity. The shadow who slept outside is on. Bruh, I can't talk today. The shadow who slept alongside its inhabitants, its form called. Oh my gosh, you know what? I'm head out. Its form could shift, sometimes appearing as a gold pool of black liquid, other times taking on the visage of demons or angels. When Castiel woke up in the empty, who did the shadow, it was furious, needing to sleep it of his darkness to send him back to earth. Wait, look at that. Okay, so it was presided over by your friendly neighborhood cosmic entity, the shadow. Its form could shift, sometimes appearing as a black pool of liquid, other times taking on the visage of demons or angels. So I was talking about you being a shapeshifter. That's clarified here. And when Castiel woke in the empty, so did the shadow. It was furious, needing its sleep, and it toyed with Castiel until it grew sick of his defiance and sent him back to Earth. Have you ever been stumbling around in the dark feeling lost and unmoored? Now's the time to shake off that sleepy feeling and kick things into gear. You need a almost said fetish, excuse me. You need a fresh start, maybe even a change of scenery. That's what Spirit is saying right now. That's the gossip on you. You need a fresh start, because the way I keep pausing, the way I'm like bored, I'm almost kind of falling asleep a little bit. You need some excitement in your life, okay? You're working too much. You're living too boringly, if that makes any kind of sense. Not too much on you though. But Spirit is like, the gossip is like, I wish they would do something a little bit more exciting, more fun, something that will keep us engaged and locked in. This person over here, our other charge, is doing this, and that, and this. Not to compare and contrast, that would be really, really rude, but I'm pretty sure Spirit does it, right? They're like, oh, this person's over there living their best life, and you're over here like not, right? Now's the time to shake off that sleepy feeling and kick things into gear. You need a fresh start, maybe even a change of scenery. Leave behind any feelings of emptiness or regret and greet this next stage with a hopeful heart. You're sucking the humdrum. It's a hard not life. The empties, that's what it is. Like, you wake up every day and it's like regular. Not it's a hard not life. I just realized what I was singing. Get out! Yo, that's crazy. Not it's a hard not life. What are y'all going through, group threes? Jeez Louise. Okay. You guys also got Castiel, so let's read about him. I haven't met him yet in the show that I'm watching Supernatural from the beginning. I've never watched it. But I know I've heard of Castiel. So let's see. Who is he? Spoiler alert. With a keen sense of style and an inability to understand sarcasm, Castiel was the embodiment of positive change. He arrived on Earth as a rigid and determined angel of the Lord, but his journey with the Winchesters transformed him into a compassionate and loyal friend. A friend came through, so maybe you're a good friend, but your life is kind of meh. You need to get it up together. Like they said, he came through as the embodiment of positive change. He didn't know what sarcasm was, but he had a nice sense of style. So Spirit is like, you're so stylish, you're such a good friend. You need more excitement in your life, honey child. Okay. Sorry. He charmed his way into our hearts by volunteering to interrogate cats and calling his enemies ass butt. Oh my lord. You're funny though, okay? Castiel challenged the path chosen for him, and it's your turn to do the same. Exactly. Stretch your wings and be open to the new people and ways of thinking. I can't read you guys can't read? Like, I don't know. Some of you could have like learning disabilities. Because I swear I could read. I promise you. But even the last one I was reading, I was having issues. Guys, I'm gonna fight y'all. Cause stop. Okay. Whew. And it's your turn to do the same. Stretch your wings and be open to new people and ways of thinking. When Castiel needed to solve the riddle of why 6 is afraid of 7, he assumed it was because 7 is a prime number and prime numbers can be intimidating. Thankfully, Sam came to the rescue on that one. Change can be intimidating too, but remember that fear is merely false evidence appearing real. Ooh, heard you. Take that first brave step and your feet will land you right where they should. Yeah, so Spirit's like, you're playing it safe, right? You're funny, you're stylish, you're cute, you're a loyal friend. All these good things are coming through. You're hardworking, right? This 4 of Pentacles, you're keeping things really close to your chest, right? It's giving doctor. You're too clinical about stuff, right? Maybe you're looking at things too closely. You're not like letting... I love how we have friend and foe. Excuse me. Are you a good guy or a bad guy? The world may never know. Maybe you're an anti-hero in your life right now. And they're kind of like, we don't know which way they're going to go. Are they good? Are they bad? We don't know. A doctor, maybe you need to go to the doctor. Maybe you're like, maybe you are. Maybe you do have learning disabilities. You need to go to the doctor, check it out. Maybe you have like health difficulties. And you need to check that out too. But doctor, and then we have conversation here. Maybe you need to talk to people more. Maybe you need to go to a therapist. Maybe if you're depressed, you could go to therapy to talk it out if that's a problem you're having. But you need more fun in your life for sure. These cards are definitely saying. See, I'm hearing the song. I don't know where it's coming from or why it's coming through, but I don't question. I'm hearing, why don't you stay here after hours with you. After Hours by Kehlani is coming through, and she's basically saying something about your friends, but you can stay for a little while. Like, say bye to your friends, but you can stay for a little while, right? So like after hours, like when a bar closes at, I guess you normally in New York they close at 4, But a bar can have after hours sometimes, which means you can stay after the bar closes. But most of the time you have to be friends with and or know the bartender for him to trust you, or them for you to trust. Oh my gosh. For them to trust you enough. I can't talk. Yeah, I'm about to fight y'all. Anyway, you have to know the person well enough for them to let you stay after hours. And it's like that's when the fun starts really happening, because it's kind of like all bets are off. You know what I mean? So it's like, you're monotonous and you're stuck in the monotony and the humdrum of life. You're being a friend, you're going to work, you're saving your money. It's like, but your life is boring. Like, you need some more fun. Like, you could be the friend with your friends, like, let's stay after hours. Like, no, I gotta go home. I have responsibilities. And Spirit is like, if you don't stay behind after hours and stop playing, that's the vibe that's coming through for y'all, okay? Spirit is like, you're doing everything right. Like, there's nothing you're doing wrong, but it's kind of like it's boring. Maybe you need some excitement, right? So I will leave you reading right here. I hope it resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe we love to have. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you would always get in contact with me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And I swear I can't talk right now. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 4s. Welcome to your reading. If you chose group 4, thumbnail image 4, you're in the right place. Today's reading is going to be, what is the hot gossip on you right now? The hot goss, okay? Spirit's version. So instead of me tapping into the energy of what everyone else is thinking about you, we're going to be getting into what Spirit is thinking about you, okay? So it's kind of like, I think the way I was shown or explained, it was explained to me, I feel like, or I deciphered, I should say, child. You know how Taylor Swift had like her royalties like stolen from her and she didn't have any control over it, and she re-recorded all of her music just so she could have ownership of them, and she called them Taylor's version, right? It's kind of like that. So we're getting into what's going on with you right now, what's the gossip on you right now, but through Spirit's eyes, their version of the story, okay? So expect bluntness, expect truth, okay? And expect clarity, right? So all the other groups have been kind of interesting. I mean, not kind of, they have been interesting, but let's get into what's the gossip on you right now? Spirit's version. Wow. That card just flew the heck out. We have the 3 of Wands and we have the 2 of Swords. So maybe you're at a crossroads in your life right now. And if I were to turn them upright, it would definitely give a crossroads. You're trying to figure out what to do next. These cards both kind of describe what's next, So maybe you've like achieved a lot of things in your life and you're trying to figure out what's next. Or Spirit just wants you to explore more with the 3 of Wands coming through. And I just saw the 2 of Wands. That's crazy. I think I heard that. That was the 2 of Wands like flipping almost out and then going back into the deck. We have the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Maybe it's time for you to put more like focus on your emotions, your emotional well-being. Or just open up emotionally is what I'm hearing as well. The Queen of Cups is like the cards are just flying out. Jesus Christ, we have 2 of Cups. Okay, so yeah, it's time for you to move forward, or the gossip right now on you is that you are moving forward when it comes to like emotional connections and relationships. Maybe you're going deeper, or you are becoming the person that is capable and ready to open up emotionally and meet someone new is the kind of energy coming through. So 2 of Swords is kind of like crossroads vibes. You could go this way or that way. You're still like on the precipice of that change that could or could not be coming into your life right now. It just depends on the decision that you make, right? Because like I was saying, for group 1, Spirit cannot force you or to do anything. They cannot force anything into your life, okay? It's all about free will, right? That's one thing about, life. You have free will. So Spirit can't sit there and say, you better do this. You have to do it, right? You choose what you do, but they can provide you options, right? Okay. 3 of Swords, not 3 of Swords. Don't even do that, because no, we don't want that kind of energy. The 3 of Wands is being ready to expand and explore. So Spirit is like, you were at a crossroads, right? How can I describe it? Like I'm feeling it. It's kind of like you were stuck, if that makes sense. And the only way out is through, right? When you're at a crossroads and not knowing which way to go, the only way you can go is just, not the only way you can go, the The only thing you can do is just move forward with faith, open yourself up to your surroundings, and just live honestly and truthfully. It's kind of like not making a decision, if that makes sense. Or staying stuck in this crossroads until you were ready to move on, right? So you were in like a stasis mode, if you will, like kind of like a hangman energy where you were learning new things or preparing yourself for this new journey you were about to embark on. Now you are embarking on this journey, and it has to do with you opening up yourself emotionally. Yeah, I was saying it right the first time. I was like, does that sound right? Yes, you're opening yourself up emotionally with the Queen of Cups, right? You're being softer, you're being gentler, you're being more feminine, right? You're being more sensitive, okay? Like, I feel like you're learning about yourself even more, if that even makes sense. Like, the more you grow, the more you learn, the more you live with yourself, the more you experience certain things, the more you will become more in tune with who you are. And then, of course, with who you are, no, not what I was trying to say. And of course, with the world around you. There you go. You become more in tune with yourself and the world around you because now you have experience, okay? You're definitely like becoming someone who's more empathic, and that's something Spirit is talking about as well. But I do feel like you're becoming more sensitive to energies around you. So it's definitely giving empath vibes. And that's how they're viewing you right now. They view you as a Queen of Cups, empath vibes. They view you as someone who's very adventurous and always willing to explore something new, right? But it takes a little bit of a push sometimes. Is that a butterfly? Or am I seeing things? Could be a bit of both. I swear I saw a butterfly in the tree. And it was like flapping its wings, and when I was like actually paying attention, it like disappeared. Huh. Very interesting. Like a big butterfly, like a butterfly I've never really seen before. It was really cool looking. I wish I would have. How watch it be fake? Like, I swear. Anyway, let's go back to the reading. That could be something. You could be seeing things as well, right? Your third eye is very active. So I feel like if you see things to the side of your eye, like, look more into it. So for example, I saw a butterfly. I could be like, okay, I saw a butterfly, and like let it go and never think about it again. Or I could be like, what do butterflies mean? Okay, butterfly means change, transformation. What color was the butterfly? What does that color mean in general or to me? Okay, so some change is coming when it has to do with the color red, which is like action, lust, movement forward, being bold. So I'm supposed to make a change in my life that's bold. So I'm making bold strokes for bold folks. But no, what's the actual saying? Different strokes for different folks, that kind of energy. Or I think the butterfly was more yellow for me. That's why I was like, I've never really seen a big, it was like this big, guys. And I'm like, what kind of butterfly was a bumper Ross? Where'd it come back? But anyway, yeah, it's like yellow. And for me, I don't know what even yellow means. Yellow means friendship in my case. Yellow means vibrant. It means freaking, solar plexus chakra, following your gut feeling. And that's also along the same vein as like following your instincts, your intuition. So it's kind of giving that a transformation is coming in the realm of, I swear I'm seeing stuff. In the realm of like following your heart or your intuition, your gut instinct. Yellow is also the sun, so it's warmth, it's life, right? I'm hearing Chasing the Sun by The Wanted. When the daylight's fading, we're gonna play in the dark till it's golden again. And now it feels so amazing. Can see it coming and we'll never grow old again. You'll find us chasing the sun. Bum, 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 bum. I mean, I guess yellow can also represent youthfulness and innocence as well. So maybe you're kind of chasing that feeling of, how kids are just like always ready to just do something reckless and crazy and not even think twice about it, like they're jumping off a cliff. I mean, not literally, but things like that. They really would not even question it or have any fear. They're just like, I wanted to jump off a cliff, so jump off a cliff. Like, why did you just slap me? Because I wanted to. Like, following those impulses, doing what you always wanted to do. That could be something coming through as well. All the things you always wanted to do are the things that you're doing right now, or how Spirit is viewing you, right? or the gossip on you right now. Spirit's like, look at my charge. You look at them. They're out there living like they always wanted to live. They're creating their own opportunities. This is what I'm getting with the Three of Wands here. And then we have the Two of Cups, which represents, furthering or deepening connections, right? So it's kind of like giving you're ready. I'm getting freaking, what's his name? Mufasa talking to Simba. And he's like, what did he say? That's crazy. Why am I forgetting? Remember who you are. There it is. I'm like, remember who you are. You're finally remembering who you are, who you came to this earth to be. And it was kind of coming through, right? I'm like, wait, I know my Lion King, shoot. But yeah, the Two of Cups talks about exploring connections, getting deeper, learning more about someone, dating, that kind of thing. So maybe you're doing that as well. You could be dating yourself, but I kind of feel like you have been dating yourself for so long with this Queen of Cups energy coming through, and now you're moving towards the dating of other people as well, So learning more about yourself through other people, not just being on your own and, being very introspective, okay? We're going to get some cards from this deck as well to see what else is coming through. Why do I want to say, what are you manifesting? That's not what this reading is about. That's crazy. Some of you could be manifesting a relationship, and that's what Spirit is, the gossip on you. They're like very focused on what you're manifesting, because they're like excited to see what you're manifesting. Or excited to see you get what you've been manifesting. That sounds a little better. Okay, anywho. What is the gossip? Oh my gosh. We have Two of Pentacles. So we have Two of Swords, Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, 2, 2, 2. 2 is about connection, and it's about being on the right path. It's about being in alignment. So that's something that you're in alignment right now. This Two of Pentacles is pretty. Group full face Spirit. What is the gossip on them? We have 9 of Swords. Like, is somebody choosing more than one group? Because this card wants to keep coming out. I'm putting it back. I hate this card. We have the 5 of Cups. If it's not the 5 of Pentacles, the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, like, piss me off. I'm getting there's a feeling of you feeling like left behind or out in the cold or far behind everyone else. Maybe you're the kind of person who compares yourself to like your friends. So your friends are in a happy connection and you're not. So you're like, oh, I feel like I'm so behind because they're happy and in a connection and I'm not. Or your friends are having babies, getting married, and you're still like trying to find a stable job and a place to live. And it's like, don't compare where they are at to where you're at, because everyone moves at their own pace. You know what I mean? This friend could break up with their partner 2 years from now, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I wasn't expecting that. Or a month from now, and you're sitting there putting yourself in their shoes. Do you want to be breaking up with someone in a month? No. You don't ever know what's going on in someone's life or their connection, even if you are their friend or a good friend of theirs. It's kind of like they have their own path to go on, and you have your own path to go on. So maybe they're meant to be this connection for like 5 years, and they break up and never get married or have any kids, and they have to start over in 5 years. Whereas you're staying single, putting time into yourself, getting to know yourself, and when you meet your person, you're going to be together for longer because you took time to stay single and learn about who you are. Or maybe you don't even want to be in a connection where you're like, oh my gosh, maybe I should because they're in one. It's like, it just stop comparing. That part is the first thing coming through, okay? But it's definitely giving you feel like you're behind in some kind of way with the 5 of Cups coming through. It's like you're playing catch up. Or, someone, spit in your drink. Right? It's kind of like little petty things you're upset over. Things that are easily, like, fixed. Or things you can easily get over. I'm hearing that book from Lucy Score, The Things We Never Got Over. That could be something or important to somebody here. Here we have a King of Cups. And then we have a 6 of Swords. Yeah, this is healing. And now we have a King of Cups and a freaking, Queen of Cups that came through in this card up here. I'm trying to make sure everybody fits. 6 of Swords is healing, and so is King of Cups. And so is 6 of Swords. Anything else? Okay, so Two of Pentacles is playing juggle. It's playing catch up. It's playing, not ketchup. I'm hearing ketchup, the condiment. Excuse me. Trying to juggle different things, right? So maybe you're more focused on work and your friend is more focused on a relationship. And now you're like, okay, I have to play catch up, or I have to be working and in a relationship too. Like, no, you don't. Stop comparing and contrasting what your friends are doing to what you're doing. Stop worrying about the people, worry about yourself. That's what you're good at, worrying about you. Make sure you're good, pouring into yourself, right? Okay. Two of Pentacles is also about trying to balance out your schedule. If you feel like you are working too much and you want to play a little bit more, then do that. If you feel like you don't have enough love in your life, then go start dating people. It's as simple as that. Like, at least start dating or going out with people, trying to meet people, that kind of thing. And sooner or later, you'll meet your person, you know? If that's what you're like worried about right now, dating and love, you know, and romantic connections and partnerships. Okay. Others of you can be focused on like working with other people, you know, like some people are better working on their own and you're trying to figure out how to work with other people as well. That could be something, the gossip on you right now. Spirit's like, oh, I wonder how it's going to turn out, right? They're watching their popcorn. They're going to be working with people. How's that going to happen? How's that going to work, you know? And then we have Five of Cups. It's definitely giving like crying over like things that is so like unnecessary. Things that don't need to be a problem. You're like, you know, Five of Cups is kind of like petty sadness. You're sad for like not really any reason. There's a reason, of course, but it's kind of like, but why? Like, it's so easily fixable sometimes. Or you can just move on and not even cry in the first place. That kind of thing. Okay, your milk spilled. There's more milk in the fridge, right? You know what I mean? You don't have any milk for your cereal. Okay, you wallow for that second, then go to the, you know, store and buy some milk. You know, the kind of things like that. Things I'm hearing like context, or how can I describe? I'm feeling a feeling of just like, yeah, being spoiled. Like, because you don't have what you want right now, you're kind of like throwing a little tantrum about it. The Five of Cups is what that's giving me right now. And that's something that Spirit is like, okay, here she go again, upset because her man ain't here. But he coming though. Oh my gosh, I can't. That's hilarious. Because look at the drama in which she's crying. Like, girl, what's the problem for real? Like, hand on her head and everything. Then we have the King of Cups. Okay, so definitely becoming more emotionally grounded. I do feel like for you guys, your emotions come and go kind of quickly. Like, they come, you kind of get upset over them, and they leave just quickly. I feel like you're going to be getting control over those emotions even more, right? They're not even going to bother you when they do come. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy, like, I feel like Spirit's trying to convey, where it's like you are going to be getting a hold on these little tantrums you're throwing, essentially. You're going to be better at controlling them when they come, so they can leave even faster. Then we have, move over, wrong with you, the Six of Swords. This is kind of like giving me a dinner. So maybe you're going to be going out to dinner, or maybe you have been dating someone and Spirit's like, you know, I wonder what they're doing. Maybe you have been dating, right? And you've been trying to balance that with this Two of Pentacles coming through over here. Like, you've been trying to balance work and life and play. Or love is coming. You're going to be dating someone soon. And Spirit's like, I wonder how she's going to balance that with work and friends and this and that kind of thing. You know what I mean? That could be something coming through as well. Because I didn't mean this to be a kind of what Spirit is seeing that you're not seeing, that and no one else is seeing either. They're like, okay, they're kind of like rubbing their hands in the cut, like, yeah, this is coming for them, and they don't even know it, right? So you're going to be dating someone soon, maybe, or, you know, going out more, or just like mingling, you know, socializing, that kind of thing. And they're like, I wonder how they're going to handle this new turn we're giving them, this new twist in the plot of their life. The plot thickens, and I wonder how they're going to handle that, you know. But they're saying it like an excitement, like in a conspiracy kind of way, you know. Okay, now with the Six of Swords, it is giving me dinner. It is dating someone. It is maybe eating by yourself, right? and now you're gonna be dating with someone else. Maybe you haven't dated in a long time, and they're just very interested. Cause spirit, one thing about them, they nosy. I'm 100% convinced. I'm 100% convinced. They're just up there like, yeah, how they're gonna handle this and then this, and they're just using their magic wand to like zap different things into people's lives. Like, and I wonder how they're gonna handle that. And it's just, they're just out here playing games. We're a video game to them. Like, this is our life, and spurs something like, I wonder how they're gonna handle that and this and pick some of that. That that is so funny to me, because excuse me, like, what are you doing up there? Leave us alone. We're just human. But that's the kind of vibe that's coming through. They're like putting a bunch of different little stuff in your life to prepare you just for something even bigger, right? And they're kind of like, I wonder how you're going to handle this, and that, and this, and I'll wally open. Just hilarious. I can't with them. I just can't with them. But those are the vibes that I'm getting for sure, for real. Like, I'm not, I know it sounds crazy, but that's like the best way I can explain it. Okay, let's get some cards from here and see what else is coming through for you guys. So we have a Queen of Cups, we have a King of Cups. So the ruler of your emotional realm, that's a phase of your life that you have been trying to get a handle on, and you have, right? Whether it's you've been actually going to therapy and talking about it, whether you find a partner and the partner can help you regulate those emotions or not. What card is this? We have Young Woman. Interesting. That's that energy coming through of, then we have Despair. Interesting. Oh my. Yeah, like little bouts of sadness coming through. Like, where's my person? Where's my this? Where's my that? And it's kind of like we want you to focus on something different. We want you to focus on making yourself feel good, doing things that make you happy, healing your inner child even more. You know what I mean? And when you don't do that, that's when you kind of, jump to despair. There's something that I was doing. I think I was like dancing yesterday because I had to work. And sometimes when there's like, not any new like clients coming to class, I'm able to dance as well, instead of like having to worry about, the other stuff. So I was like dancing yesterday, and I was like, this feels so great. And I realized like for those few hours that I was dancing, on my way home, when I went to sleep, when I woke up the next day, when I came to work, I was like, you have not thought about like a man, you haven't thought about a relationship, you haven't thought about anything love-based for like hours. And that's not, and it's like, not that I obsess over, but it's something that I like wonder about often. Like, where is this person that I'm going to end up with? How I'm going to get them? Like, things like that, it just crosses my mind naturally. And for that whole night, from the point when I came to the class and I was dancing and I left and I went home and I finished doing my work from the job, and I went to sleep and I watched like an episode of TV, and then I got up, I took a shower, all this stuff, came to work. I'm like, wait, I have thought about love and relationships for hours, and it felt so good. And that was me healing my inner child, just dancing the night away, not worried about anything but me, and me having fun at that. And I was like, wow, I can't even describe the euphoria of not having to just like always worry about when is this coming in and when am I going to have that. Like, living in the moment is basically the vibe that's coming through. That could be something you're doing, or something spirit could be encouraging you to do. Because Two of Pentacles can represent that. Like, all work, no play makes dull person. Like, you're working too much, you're not having enough fun. And they want you to have more fun, or maybe you have been trying to balance those two things in your life. And that's something they're like seeing and, admiring you for. But that felt so good. I have to say, that's what I'm talking about, right? With the young woman coming through here and the despair. Like, there's something you're like always thinking about. And now you're finally going to have control over it. You're going to realize, wow, I haven't thought about this person or this thing or this concept in so long. It feels good. Like, relinquish me. Release me from these shackles. Okay, these are the last two. Here we have Enemy. Interesting. And then what is this last? Two last cards. We have Prison. Wow, yeah, somebody here is watching more than one group, because we have Prison come through in one group. We had Enemy come through one, or it was Foe. We had Despair come through in one group, and we had Melancholy come through in one group. Who's coming over here from group 2? I mean, group 3. Don't do that. Thought you was gonna escape the message from group 3? Nuh-uh. It's following you here. Okay, some of you are still you're focused too much on the sadness, on what you don't have. You're not realizing what's right in front of you. You're not living your life, to the fullest. That was a little bit of the message coming through in group 3. But you need to be living your life like you're young and single and free, and stop worrying about everyone else. Because melancholy, despair, and prison, get her. I do not recommend. So you're definitely feeling trapped. At least where spirit is concerned. Whether it has to do with where you live, the job you're at, the relationship you're in. There's just something about that coming through. Now let's see what's going to come through in these supernatural cards. I'm going to read from the book, and then you are free to go. We have the empty. Oh, group 3. If you don't move your little... Yo. Group 3. Stop. Okay. I'm not reading from this again. What is the hot gossip on my group 4s right now? Please, Spirit. Stop giving me the same cards. I don't like that. Group 4 plays. These are too many. And these are too many again. Look at all these cards. I'm not. Don't do that. Don't piss me off. Thank you. Are these 2? Oh, I was about to say. They said if you're not getting one, you're getting the next one. The last card I got was the empty. Purgatory ain't better. And Castiel again. Guys, why is group 3 taking over this ring? This is not cute. Please. Oh, no. Okay. We have Purgatory and we have Castiel. Okay, whatever. Sure. We'll go with it. Boy. Because I'm in shackles. Some of you can feel like you're in shackles. You can't really... Yeah, that's prison. Interesting. And that song is not about being... I mean, it is about being in prison, but it's being imprisoned by someone so sexy. And you wouldn't want to be free. You know? I don't know if that's coming through here. Maybe you guys are in prison in a relationship or something. I don't know. Maybe you're in the honeymoon phase of a connection. And you're in the shackles to the throes of passion, but you don't want to be released. Anyway. We have Purgatory. Interesting. It's not that different from the empty, honestly, which is how it's very annoying. They said we said what we said. Okay, heard you, Spirit. Do what y'all do. Why don't I ever get Sam or Dean? That's pissing me off. Like, come on now. Okay, Purgatory was a dark forest shrouded in fog and God's metaphorical prison. Prison? Yes. For the monster souls that died on Earth. Within the depraved dimension, monsters hunted each other for all eternity with no means of escape. Oh my. Although they made it through a portal for humans, Dean and Sam both found themselves trapped in purgatory at separate times. You too may feel stuck, but you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Great. Like, the path to moving forward is unclear and you can't go backward. So use this time to inventory the present. What can you glean from it? Embrace the peacefulness that comes from accepting where you are without any regret about the past or anxiety about the future. Practice receptivity in the now, as it could be the key to unlocking the chains of indecisiveness. And wasn't this first card that came out, the Two of Swords and the decisiveness? Leading you someplace greater than you ever dared to imagine. Okay. Interesting. So stay stuck, eh? What a message. Now let's move on to Castiel. Hypnotic love was taking over my mind. Where he at though? Okay. With a keen sense of style and an inability to understand sarcasm, Castiel was the embodiment of positive change. He arrived on Earth as a rigid and determined angel. That's what I'm getting. Like, there's something here about you not wanting to change or go with the flow or do things differently, right? Because with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Swords, it's kind of like at a crossroads or choices, decisions. That's what twos represent. And then we have the Two of Cups. So like, you have a lot of decisions in your near future and your future, and you're kind of like choosing indecisiveness instead of choosing a path. Interesting. Okay. He arrived on earth as a rigid and determined angel of the Lord, but his journey with the Winchesters transformed him into a compassionate and loyal friend. He charmed his way into our hearts by volunteering to interrogate cats and calling his enemies ass butt. Oh my goodness gracious. This gets me every time. Castiel challenged the path chosen for him, and it's your turn to do the same. Stretch your wings and be open to the new people and ways of thinking. Okay, so maybe you're closing yourself off from new things because you don't want to move forward because you're stuck in the past. Interesting. Okay. When Castiel needed to solve the riddle of why 6 is afraid of 7, he assumed it was because 7 is a prime number, and a prime number can be intimidating. Thankfully, Sam came to the rescue on that one. Change can be intimidating too, but remember that fear is merely false evidence appearing real. Take that first brave step and your feet will land right where they should. So yeah, that's what the whole beginning of the reading was about, you choosing to do something new after coming to a place of ease, of peace. So the Queen of Cups is ease, it's peace, it's tranquility. And when you want to do something new or step into new horizons, it can be intimidating and scary. So going from being by yourself to welcoming in other people is you're giving them the option or the ability to ruin your peace. And you could be so like a fan of your peace. You don't want people to enter in that can ruin that peace or disturb that peace. You're like staying by yourself. But life is boring by yourself. It's not fun all the time. It's good to be by yourself and like to be by yourself and be able to be by yourself. But all the time, every day, you know what I mean? The same friends, the same people, that sounds boring to me. As someone who likes new things and I get bored very easily, I can't imagine. So it means doing new things, exploring new things, get out of your comfort zone a little bit, that kind of energy. That's the vibe that I'm getting. It's like you're on a new horizon, you're approaching a new decision, a new, reality, essentially. And Spirit is like, will you welcome it with open arms? Will you kind of close yourself off from it? Excuse me. And that is what the gossip on you is. They're wondering what you're going to do next. Are you going to stay in this prison? Are you going to stay sad? Are you going to stay the enemy of your own self? Or are you going to move forward and allow new things to happen and flourish, right? It's very interesting how we have two groups who are giving this energy vibe. And I feel like even maybe more than that. What are y'all stuck at? Spirit, it's easy to judge when you wherever you at and not have to deal with it yourself. I understand that. So I'm like, okay, I'm riding for y'all too. Excuse me, not towards my group 4s or my group 3s. But Spirit's just like, we need you to get here. Let's go. Keep it moving. Keep healing. Keep learning. You've healed this part of yourself. Now it's time for, what this is reminding me of? This is crazy. I was on Facebook a little earlier today, and there was this group that they brought to my attention. The girl asked a question are you healed, or are you just avoiding everyone in your life and isolating yourself? And I'm like, that's a really good question. It was a no-brainer for me. I'm like, yeah, I'm healed. I be challenged every day. I'm tested every day out here, right? And I'm like, that's a really good question. Are you just saying you're healed and isolating yourself from having to deal with the problems that come from being a new and improved you? Or are you someone who isn't fully healed and just isolating and not having to deal with any issues to prove that you're not healed? That's a really good question. It's funny how it came up in your group. It's you're saying you're healed. I think you are, guys, group 4. You are healed. But you haven't, put yourself to the test yet, right? Interesting. Okay, I'll leave you reading here, though. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to comment and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would ever like to book, stretch those new muscles that she was in the gym working out and getting all this whole time. Go work them. Go show them off. You can't just have the muscle and not use them. What do they say? Move it or lose it. You move the muscles, use them, or you're going to lose them. Okay? Anywho. Yeah. If you want to book a reading with me or get in contact with me, you can use my email in the description box below. If you would ever like to book a personal reading with me, you could also use my inbox. You could also use my email in the description box below. Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is so ghetto. I can't. Anywho, did I say like, comment, and subscribe? Join the tribe? Probably. Email me. I said that already too. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you gorgeous people in the next one. Mwah. Bye.